Nebraska. Look, ain't no faking laughing, there's a reason some people can make it acting. What's good, ladies and gentlemen of the SFJ Nation? First of all, I'm filming this the day of my going away show, aka the Nebraska show, off the Strictly for the Fans tour, August 8th. It's gonna be at Duffy's, man. It's gonna be litty-fied, gangy mo, tazzy mo. So pull up, you know what I mean? A lot of people think that this means it's gonna be my last show in Lincoln forever. Nah, this just means this gonna be my last show in Nebraska for a while. Even like, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna go tour. I'm about to be touring still. I'm gonna wait to come back to Nebraska or Lincoln to make it a little bit more special. You know what I mean? Moving out to the big leagues, moving out to the West Coast, linking up with some people, and next time I come back, it's gonna be much bigger. You know what I mean? So pull up. Anyway, you're not here for that. I know what you're here for. First of all, before I get that going, Machapi is in the building. Second of all, I need y'all to go watch Uppercut featuring me and Trey Stuckey, man. Uppercut. We hitting haters with the uppercut till 2020, huh? And then all 2020. Uppercut. Get that to 30,000, man. We hit the 25K. Can we get 30? Can your boy get 30? Have that on replay all day. Let that go. We only need a few more thousand before we hit 30. And what else? Make sure y'all go stream that. That's streaming on iTunes, Spotify, wherever. Matter of fact, go stream it on iTunes. Stream it on Spotify too, but iTunes pays the artist more. I'm gonna make a video about that, by the way. So, it's top 50 list. This top 50 list popped up out of nowhere online. And it was supposed to be the top 50 greatest rappers of all time. Now, I did a whole Mumfu podcast episode about this with, you know what I mean, the homie Mumfu Prof. We talked about it, we broke it down, talked about it, whatever. Now I'm seeing the internet. Oh my God! Who made this list off with his head? So, you know me, I had to bring a little bit of rationale to the whole thing. We're going to go through this list and we're going to talk about it. But we're going to get to the part a lot of people is talking about. Let's skip right to the shenanigans. First of all, they got Joe Budden at number 3. Let me say this again. On the top 50 greatest rappers of all time list, in order, they had to make sure to put the in order. I'm gonna throw up, matter of fact, I'm gonna throw up the the list over there, and I'm gonna stand over here so y'all can see it while I talk about it. So, Joe Budden's number 3, everybody's outraged. Eminem's 28, everybody's outraged. Now, originally, so many people hit me with this list, and my eye went straight, because with the outrage that people were sending me, I looked at where Eminem was placed. Because the people, you know what I mean, I be knowing how, you know, Eminem is looked at and stuff. So I looked at the thing. I said Eminem's 28. That didn't even, I'm gonna keep it a buck. That didn't make me upset. Well, none of this made me upset because it's just a list. It wasn't really that crazy to me until I saw where Joe Budden was. Then I was like, okay, which one of y'all at the Joe Budden podcast made this list? Rory, pull up. Because I know Maul ain't do this. Wait, it might be Maul. Nah. And then that's where y'all was talking about. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's not the weirdest placement on this list at all. Not by far. Having Stack Bundles be 42 now. Shout out to Stack. Rest in peace to Stack. I understand Stack's impact on the East Coast and to the group of people that he impacted. But you talk about 50 greatest rappers of all time, and you gonna put Stack on there, but you don't got E40. You don't got Short Dog. Where is the Bay? That's what I said on the Mumfu part. I was looking at this and I was like, where is the Bay represented on this? And maybe I missed somebody. But ain't no real super Bay Area rappers super hard on this list. As I look over it one more time. Nah. And I'm going to keep it a buck. No matter how Stack Bundles made the people around him feel, he nowhere had the same impact as E40 or Too Short. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. That... You remember how I said I didn't get mad because it's just a list? I ain't gonna lie, that made me mad. I was like, well, wait a minute. Let me go off and say, you looking at this list, you can tell whoever made it has a clear East Coast bias. There's a clear East Coast bias. The top 9 are East Coast. So his top 10 list, there's only one person outside of the East Coast, and that's Kendrick at 10. But this is a reason why I think a lot of people should calm down. Now, this is going viral. This is going everywhere. Y'all got to remember, one, we don't even know who made this list. We don't even know who made this list, who created this list, who curated this list, who put it together. We have no idea who did that. So how can we even get mad? Two, we live in an era of trolling where attention is its own currency. That's a bar, by the way. Attention is its own currency. Y'all can save that one. That's fire. That's like, they think you ain't brothers, but you can hear them hiss when they hug you. That's fire. Attention is the new currency. Yeah. So, we don't even know if homie... Like, I read this list, and at certain points, I felt like, homie's trolling. This is clearly a troll. Because, yeah, this is a troll. He put Joe Budden as number 3 because he knew that would get people upset, I guess. And if you notice, that's what was trending off of this list on Twitter, was Joe Budden. So as you go, the reason why I put the list up, because I don't want to list all the names, or I don't want to read off 50 names right now. You see it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about my list. I always say, yo, y'all can get mad at the list. That's good. Hip-hop is about the debate. I'm definitely not saying, I'm not one of those dudes who be like, it's his opinion, leave him alone. No. I say it's his opinion, he has every right to say it, but you have every right to argue it. Why put it out if you don't want it to be criticized? Especially a hip-hop list debate. This is what hip-hop is about, is debate. So, I feel you. Let's chop this fable up a little bit. First of all, you gonna have Lil Wayne be 37? I ain't even gonna talk about M's placement on this. I don't care. Because that's what I saw everybody talking about. I ain't see people say nothing about the disrespect on Lil Wayne. You go put Lil Wayne 37. So Lil Wayne is not top 10. Lil Wayne is not top 15. Lil Wayne is not top 20, 25, or 35. It's an old head who made this list. It's clearly somebody who did not come up in this era. People keep acting like the old era is this era, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you are only in tune with the old era of hip-hop with the 90s, you don't know nothing about hip-hop. I'm sorry. You can say, but I know everything about what happened from 1984 to 1997. Well, congratulations, you know about old hip hop. But the thing about hip hop is it's forever evolving, forever growing. To know what's going on, I mean, to be a part of the culture is to know what's going on to a extent. If you have no idea what's going on currently in hip hop, you are not a part of the culture. You can listen to old hip hop, that don't make you, and I'll put it this way, bro. You really can't say that you're a basketball head or you're a basketball fan or you're a diehard, a ball is life dude if you literally don't know what happened in the NBA after Michael Jordan retired. You just can't. You can say you're a fan of that era, but you are not a fan of hip hop. It's like the people who are fans of just Eminem and not hip hop. You can say you're a fan of Eminem, you cannot say you're a fan of hip hop. That simple, right? The people who only like big up M and everybody else is whack or anything like that, you're not a fan of hip hop. That's just what it is. You're a fan of M. Just like back then, you're not a fan of hip hop, you're a fan of that era. That's it. And that does not encompass hip hop. You're just as un-hip hop as somebody who doesn't know anything. Because if you choose to actively disrespect the people, because some people act like, some of y'all people want hip hop to end. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Some of y'all subconsciously, you old heads, want hip hop to end because you see it slipping out of your grasp and you see it not being the way you used to want it. Just as your parents wanted whatever music you were listening to be gone because it wasn't James Brown or it wasn't the Temptations. You feel what I'm saying, right? Yeah. We are to the era now, we are to the age where I don't remember NWA actively, right? I don't remember NWA putting out new music and stuff like that. Or I don't even really remember when, my bad, memory card got full, I gotta go get another one. Anyway, so like I said, man, to be a part of this living, hip hop is living and breathing. To not be a part of the living, breathing aspect of it, you have to know that you're not a part of the culture anymore. And that's fine because the past is not what the culture is anymore. I'm just telling y'all. So this was clearly made by an old head. I get it. Now I'm just gonna talk about the parts that are just kind of offensive. Like the Lil Wayne not being, Lil Wayne is top 10. Lil Wayne is, listen, I will give you 15, but anything lower than 15, I even think 15 is a stretch. Anything lower than 15, y'all on that Pishkadell mission. Y'all on that Pishkadell mission because you cannot act like the entire generation after Lil Wayne, literally almost every single major artist after Wayne's generation, the people who grew up on Wayne, they are Lil Wayne. They are Lil Wayne. I can go down a list, and if you're not gonna have that that alone put you up in the top 15, you're crazy. Because there's some of these people who were big but did not impact hip hop a fourth of as much. A fourth, bro. Royce the 5'9" did not impact hip hop almost in any way. Almost in any way. He impacted his fans, but hip hop as a whole, no. Who else? I'm trying to look at the influence. Beanie Siegel did not influence the game like Lil Wayne. Now, I do think Beanie should be high, though. I do think Beanie should be high. You know? There's a lot of people. Jadakiss did not influence. Let me take that back. Fab didn't influence as many people as Lil Wayne. The reason why I say Jada is because I ain't gonna act like there wasn't an era where everybody was trying to rap like Jadakiss. I ain't gonna say my bad, I'm not gonna disrespect you. I was alive for it. I was definitely in high school where everybody was trying to be, and everybody had the coupe was the color of something, and the coupe the same color as skin when it's dry. You know what I mean? Like people's coupes were the color of everything. So now I give that to Jada. But Lil Wayne, come on, bro. Everybody after Wayne was influenced by Wayne, even if they don't like Wayne, which is the crazy thing. And you can say like, oh, wow, so he brought us mumble rapper. Because y'all love using that. Mumble rap. Because some of y'all love using that played out expression. Mumble rap. Listen, I don't care what you call it. Some of them songs be lit gang fantasimo. And if you've never been in a situation where Now I Do What I Want hit you right, you just are missing a part of your life. That's all it is. You're just missing an experience. That's not Uzi's fault. That's not Uzi's fault. I'm telling you right now, if you ain't never been in a situation where now I do what I want, now I do what I want, now I do what I want, hit you the right way, you're weird. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Anyway, so they disrespected Lil Wayne. They disrespected Snoop too. Oh my God, did they disrespect? 34? Snoop Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dogg, D-O-double-G. You talking about, and I go off influence a lot because influence is big. Snoop Dogg might be one of the most influential rappers of the 50 people on here. Of the 50 people on here. There's whole people who talk like Snoop Dogg. Hip hop, and I will say that's another reason why E40 should get on there, because people think Snoop Dogg started the fashizzle my nizzle. That was E-fubalicious, man. That was 40 water, man. Anyway, they did Snoop dirty on this. I understand. Is Dr. Dre on this? Hold on. I don't think Dr. Dre's on this. I understand that though. If you're making top 50 producers, I get it. But here's which is kind of weird because The Chronic, he was rapping, and that's one of the most impactful albums ever. And it literally changed hip hop, so I don't know, but he was getting ghostwritten for it. But here's the thing that kind of confused me a little bit about this list. It seems like every 10, the criteria changes if you pay attention. Oh, I'm breaking it down. It seems like every 10, the criteria changes. So it seems like they had 5 separate arguments, made 5 separate lists, and put them together. Because it seems like the first 10 is lyrics. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The first 10 has to be lyrics. It has to lyrics had to have outweighed every other criteria you were using to argue. Because what other list is Joe Budden under Nas and Styles P and Black Thought are top 10? It has to be lyricists. It has to be. Because, and that's not disrespect to any of the people I said, but nobody, the only way that I could even digest the top 10 is lyricists. Because, come on, Black Thought is a genie when it comes to rapping. Black Thought is a Martian when it comes to rapping. But there's so many other criterias that create a great rapper that it's kind of insulting to only use that, or it seems that weighs out everything else. You do have to include impact. You do have to include record sales. I know for some reason people act like you can't add that, but that's like saying you can't include a basketball player, how many points they made in their career as a part of their stats. Why? Why wouldn't albums? I'm not saying it's the most important thing, but that is definitely on the criteria of how many people consumed this, how many people liked it, how hard was the label going for this? Was this a thing that they pushed? Did this make or break? You know, those are all different things. So I would never put Black Thought on the top 10 of that list. I just wouldn't. And if that's the case, where's Pharoah Monch? It's all messed up. If you're gonna do it where Black Thought can be top 5, Pharoah Monch has to be on this list too. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Pharoah Monch has to be number 3. He needs to be number 2 if that's what we're doing. All right, cool. But then it seemed like the next 10, it seemed from like Beanie Siegel to Lupe Fiasco, it was like Impact. Impact started trumping lyricism. Because on what list, let's say you're going off lyrics, what list would you put Andre 3000 under Tupac? Because it was a lyricist, the top 10. The next 10 can't be lyricists because you never put Andre 3000, Common, and J. Cole and Lupe under Tupac lyrically. So it has to be Impact. You see what I'm saying? It seems like every 10 they change what the criteria was. And even if it is Impact, well, let's see the top 10. Beanie. Yeah, man, Beanie over Pac. That's why I say like, on each of these things, it seems like it starts making sense until you start wondering what the criteria is, and then it doesn't make sense on it. The whole argument falls on its ear, and it doesn't make sense to itself. It's like, yeah, man, I need to know what criteria you use. The stack bundles was 42, E40 wasn't on there, Too Short wasn't on there. Who else isn't on here? Who else did they just sniggity snub? You put Royce on here? As the 21 greatest rappers list? Because if that's the case, where's Crooked Eye? Like, doesn't it seem, no matter which way you cut it, you'd be like, well, you messed up. Because if we're just going lyrics, because this is going to sound like a diss to Slaughterhouse. And it's not a diss to Slaughterhouse. It's not a diss to Slaughterhouse. It's not, right? I love Joel Ortiz. Yeah, what? Yeah, I love, it's not a diss to Slaughterhouse. But if I can give my honest opinion on a top 50 greatest rappers list, no member of Slaughterhouse cracks the 50. I lied. Joe Budden would be probably the only rapper in Slaughterhouse that would crack my 50. And maybe then Royce. Royce and maybe Joe. Maybe that. They would definitely not be in my top 25 because success, yes, that is a part of the list. I'm sorry. It is. I mean, you could act like it's not, but it is. It definitely is. And I would never put them above Method Man. Oh, y'all just killing me with this. But here's what I say to remedy this list. Make your own list. Should I make my own top 50 list video? Because I see a lot of people making their list and just make it. I'm thinking about, yo, you know I like to interact with y'all and talk with y'all. So do y'all want me to make my own top 50? If so, put it in the comment section. Maybe we'll argue it on the Monk Food Podcast afterwards. Tune into the Monk Food Podcast on the Scru live channel. Go subscribe to that. We dropping videos every day or every other day, depending on if YouTube wants to yellow our video or not. But we out of here. Just had to do a little rundown on this list, and yeah, it's a crazy list. But like I said, we don't know who made the list, and odds are this could be some Russian bot that made it to have us argue and stuff. So hey, it is what it is. What is your top 50? Matter of fact, put in the comment section who you would replace with who, where you would put who, or who was the biggest snub, the biggest mistake on this list. What was the biggest mistake on this list? It could be the whole person. It could be where he was placed. It could be being above somebody else. Put in the comment section. I'm definitely interested to be in the comment section and read what y'all think. And I swear for God, if every comment is Eminem should be higher, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna not be in the comment section no more. we get that. All right. What else? All right, we out. Love y'all.
Understand you probably did this for closure, but listen closely, you'll notice all it did was expose you. So you be giving whack verses, taking on the culture while charging the leg and the shoulder. Man, this kid is a vulture.
In case y'all didn't believe me or y'all didn't know, the man himself, man.
I'm just saying though. It's like I ain't.
Midwest in the building, big way, huh?
We backstage a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I just had to holler at my boy Jean Jacket real quick, you know what I'm saying? Let him know feelings mutual, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, this the guy right here, man. Praise this guy right here.
Look who's talking, look who's talking. You know what I'm saying? Pull out that chopper,